Good morning, Saturday 27th, the day after my first cash of the trip. How am I feeling now? Well, still annoyed, to be honest. I didn't feel as though I got the result my play deserved. But I have to be reconciled with the fact that you don't always get what you deserve. And I've just got to look for the positives and use those to make sure that I carry on making as many good decisions as I can, which is what I said I wanted to do when I came out here. Just put myself in a position where I'm making way more good decisions than bad decisions, and giving myself opportunities to achieve what I want to achieve. And I feel that's what I've done generally on the trip so far. I've played 4 tournaments in 4 days. I've missed out on a cash by 8 places. I've missed out on bagging for a day 2 by 11 places. The Mystery Millions, I got to level 13 out of 22 to advance the next day. Wasn't brilliant, but wasn't the worst after I was down to 7k after a couple of levels. So again, that was good. That showed resilience and comeback. And then yesterday to get the cash, whilst it's disappointing to just get them in cash, if I look at how I've played these last 4 days, I've just made the point to Sheila that every day I've had at least periods where I've said I'm playing great, and that isn't just me being unrealistic or blowing smoke up my bum or anything like that. For me to actually say that to people, then I normally underplay everything, so I must be playing at least great. Maybe not all the time, but in big periods. So that's got to be a positive, and it's got to be working in my favour, that I'm still here, I'm still doing it, I'm still trying my best, I'm still trying to learn and just, you know, put myself in the best positions I can. And I'm going to do the same again today. So I've decided I'm going to go and try for another crack at the Golden Nugget 500,000 guarantee today. It's the last day of the day 1 flights, so last chance to get through. And if I bag up today, then day 2, the final day, is tomorrow. So that's quite good actually, because it keeps a continuation of the event. I haven't got to switch between events and just stay focused on the one thing. So all my efforts today are going to be on trying to bag for day 2 of this. Nothing else I can do. I don't think I can be playing any better. I just need to start praying to the poker gods that they cut me a break. I know that's poker, I know that's variance, I know you have to deal with it. I accept all of those things. But you know, there's also an element that you say, well, yeah, when's it my turn? Nothing's given to you, you have to earn everything. And I think I'm showing this week the level of poker that I can play to. The results don't actually match that up, but my mentality and my internal recognition of how I'm playing is that I'm probably playing better than I've played for a long time, if ever. I've had some big cashes, and I think I'm playing consistently better for longer periods this week than I have done before. And I think that lends itself to growth in the right direction. I've got to be learning, I've got to be improving, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to be putting myself in these positions. And I think, yeah, that's getting some of my rewards for my hard work and my perseverance. So today's job is to try to stay positive, try to stay in the moment, and just remember that I am playing well. Not every moment goes my way, and I've got to accept that. And you know, just make sure that as often as possible I make the right decision. And if I make the right decision and get the wrong result, that's not my fault. I still played how I should play. I've made the right decision, and that is all I can control. I can't control what card comes out next. I can't control whether someone decides to play a hand that they have no right to be playing and look out on the river and beat me. Those are things I can't control. What I can control is the decisions I make, the mentality that I have, and I'm just going to work on what I can control and hopefully, play good poker. Okay, I'll update you later. Okay, quick update on today's t-shirt. Breaking up the DC today. We are Batman. Just classic symbol, not that else to say. Feels good with the black, with the bright yellow on it. It's quite a striking logo as well. Just makes me feel good. So that's why I'm wearing this one today.
All right, we've arrived at the Golden Nugget. It's very, very noisy here today. There's lots of action behind me. It was a bit quieter the other day when I was here. So just thoughts before we start today's tournament, which starts in about half an hour. I've registered in, I'm here nice and early like I like to be. Putting all thoughts of yesterday to bed. It doesn't matter. Nothing from yesterday can affect today. All I can do is take from that I had plenty of good play, plenty of good decisions, and if I can just replicate that today, then just got to trust that my poker game is good enough to make day two. And if it doesn't, then I just have to deal with that again later today. But I'm feeling good again, feeling refreshed, not tired, not lethargic, just invigorated for another shot, because what I've shown these last 4 days is that I'm consistently putting myself into good positions. I'm consistently being able to come back from disappointment and rebuild a stack and to go deep into a tournament. And if I can keep doing that on a consistent basis, then more often than not, the kings hold against the jacks and I go on to make a much bigger result. So I've just got to trust in the process that I'm following, trust in my own ability, trust that I can keep myself grounded enough to make the right decisions at the right times, and not let anything that doesn't go to plan adversely affect me. So that's the plan for this morning. We just need to wait now before we can go ahead and execute it. But I'm feeling hopeful. I was going to say I'm feeling confident, but feeling hopeful. I've still got to put the work in. I've still got to do it. But I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it. I just need to recognise the spots to do it in and hope that the poker gods play fair this time. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, first update of the day from the Golden Nugget. It's over. Out inside 3 levels because of 2 hands. That's it. First hand, I had Queen 9 of spades in the big blind. There was no raise, 3 players to the flop. The flop is the King of spades and 2 of the spades. So I've flopped the second nuts flush. I check to see what they want to do. One guy bets 2,000, another guy calls. I just call, keep them hanging in there. The next card is a 9 of hearts. This time I decide to bet because they both bet, so I bet 4,000. The mid position guy, the first guy to act after me, he called, the other guy folded. No, sorry, he didn't, he raised, the other guy folded. I decide to jam, he calls, he turns over pocket kings, So he's hit a set of kings, still massively ahead, and the 9 pairs on the river to give him the full house. That put me down to about 12,000. The table was really aggressive. There was no limping. Everything was 2-3x minimum pre-flop by everybody. They were all doing it. The hand I went out with, I've got 8-7 of clubs. The flop came down 8-7 of diamonds, and I think the queen of spades. First guy massively bets 2,000. The next guy raises to 4,000. I've got about 10,000 behind, so I jam, try and get them off it if I can. If not, just hope that they don't get the flush. They both call. The next card on the turn is a diamond, which completes a possible flush. They both bet again. Don't remember what the river card is. I'd lost interest, and it wasn't an 8 or a 7. It didn't help me, so I was out. The guy had the ace flush. So literally played 2 hands, lost 2 hands, and I'm out of the competition. So I now need to regroup myself and see what I'm going to do. I might go and play the 250 Daily Deepstack at WSOP. Because I still feel I've got more poker in me today. Less than 2 hours and I'm out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll get there a bit late, possibly miss the first level in a bit, but that's okay. Can just jump in from that. So I'll update you what I decide. Okay, so decided to come to the WSOP and play the $250 Daily Deepstack, the one I played yesterday. Just being honest with myself. I've only got myself to blame for busting out the Golden Nugget. At best, I should have seen the flop, just calling the min-maze, and then folded to 2 aggressors rather than just jamming. On another occasion it may have worked, but on this one, as I was short stacked and they were both very aggressive players, I think the right play there was just to fold, protect what was left of my stack and try and choose a better spot. If I make a mistake, I've got to be honest and say so, and I think that was. So that is now going to get wiped from my mind, and we're going to go and run deep in this Daily Deepstack again, and hopefully do better than yesterday. That's the plan. Okay, we finally got to a break for the first time today. We're still with chips. So we started with 25,000, got 30,400, I think. Steady start, nothing too massive. I did try to run a semi-bluff really. Got ace king, got position on one player who's been slightly loose with the chips. Flop is 2-2-7, turn is a jack, river's another 7, so 7s and 2s on the board. I've got an ace. He's checked every street to me and called every small bet I've made, so I don't think it's unrealistic there to think he might have ace 10, ace 9, ace 8, something like that, any random ace that I beat, that I can get him to fold with a decent bet. So I bet 4,500 and he jams on me, so easy fold. If he's got something like pocket 4s even there, he's ahead and he knows it. So easy fold. I was up about 36,000, as I say, now down to 30,400. Nothing really troublesome or anything to get worried about. It's a nice steady table, apart from that guy in that last hand who's willing to sort of push the boundaries a little bit. Everyone else is pretty much, if they've got cards, they play them, which is fine. As long as I can work people out, then I can, adjust how I play to try and make the maximum value out of them. So nothing else really much to report. I think that I've got this morning out of my system. It was just a bad couple of hours played from me. I'm not going to go over it again. I need to focus on this one now. This is the one we're in. This is the one that deserves 100% of the focus, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take this little break and then go back and see if I can spin this 30,000 up into a lot more. Okay, that ends a disappointing day of poker. Just bust out of the Daily Deepstack, 268th, I think, 181 made the money, so about 90 odd places short. Just right at the end of level 12 before break. What can I say about today? Played the Nugget this morning, went out inside 3 levels, lost most of my chips on a caller. I've flopped the second nuts flush. He flopped a set. We got it all in before the river. I was massively ahead and the board paired and he won that one. And then I got involved in a hand, I think out of frustration. Ace-7, 8-7, flop is 8-7, something else. I flopped 2 pair, 2 people raising before me. I haven't got many chips left. I jam with the diamond on the turn. The guy with the ace of diamonds wins when the flush comes. So I shouldn't have played that hand, I don't think. But then came to the horseshoe, played this one. I think the highest I got up to was 50k. And that was, one hand. I was on 25k. Can't remember what I had now. Jacks. I had pocket jacks and got called by, King Queen went all in. I called for 25,000. They held, doubled up to 50, and I've spent the last 3 or 4 hours just nursing between 5 and 10 big blinds. Annoyingly, in the last 15 minutes before I bust out, I was on 20k, which at blinds of 2k, 4k, 4k, so it's 5 big blinds. I got aces, shoved, nobody called, just picked up the blinds, went up to 30k, then 2 hands later I got queens, shoved, no one called, just picked up the blinds to go to 40k. If I doubled both of those ones, I'd have been on 80k, and I wouldn't have needed to shove with King Queen of Hearts, but I did. The guy's got a massive chip count, called me with Ace Queen. Didn't hit, he knocked me out. Not concerned about that. I had to do something with the chips I'd got. It was probably better if I wasn't ever going to get anything going that I went out when I did, rather than waiting around for another half an hour to come back after break. So that's the end of poker for today. Not been a great day. What I'm pleased about most from today is that I have not been in the best of places to play poker mentally. For some reason, I have not been fully focused, and at some point I found myself, whilst I was still with chips at a table in a fightable position, just scrolling on my phone through Poker Atlas to see what I could play tomorrow. And I think that told me where I was, that I'd unengaged from what I was supposed to be doing. Once I realised that, and coupled with the fact that I've been very frustrated about how badly I've played today, I've made several bad decisions and not given myself a chance to play how I want to play. So once I realised those things were going on, phone in the pocket, re-engaged, just decided to play every hand as though it was going to be my last hand of the day and make the best decision I could. And then from that point on, I think I did, but the cards just didn't want to cooperate today. So I'm putting this one down to a bad day at the office, not mentally in the right frame of mind for it. Cards didn't cooperate, not my day. I'm going to spend some time with Sheila now, and then at some point tonight or tomorrow morning, I will assess what I'm going to play tomorrow. That's it for now. There might be a couple of bits to add on at the end if we see anything interesting, but from a poker point of view, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. We're back at the hotel now. After busting out in the Daily Deepstack earlier, myself and Sheila went over to the Paris side to rail Lexy Gavin-Mather in the final table of the Ladies' Championship. While we were there, we met Bob Mather, had a little chat with him, and Bob kindly agreed to have a little chat on our channel. Thing went. Hi everyone, so I'm here today with the legend that is #MoreBob from the Bob and Lexy show.
Do you feel like this is my good side?
Yes.
Every side.
I don't know, I'm used to kind of holding the camera, you know, but yeah.
He's more handsome in real life, honestly. Bob, just wanted to say that you and Lexy have inspired me to start my own YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
At the ripe old age of 54. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to both of you. We both watch you all the time. We really appreciate what you do and the content you put out and how you explain things and the lifestyle and everything. It's really important. It really hits home. And as someone with autism as well, I think the way you create stuff and put a message out there is really easy to follow and great to understand. So we just want to say thank you to you.
Thank you, and best of luck with your channel. I was so afraid you were going to say you inspired me to play poker. I was going to say time out. Save your money. Go vlog. Let's go vlog. Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Well, that was a really nice and special moment for us. Big thank you to Bob for offering to do that and to take a time out of cheerleading for Lexy. We really do appreciate it, and also to Lexy for coming to see us afterwards and giving us some words of encouragement. She just said to be consistent, and that is definitely something we will take on board. So massive thanks to Bob and Lexy. Yeah, we really appreciate it.